record. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه فنعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهدي الله فلا تجد له من مضل ومن يضلل الله فلا تجد له من هاد. Last class we take the introduction of Tajweed. Last lesson we take introduction of Tajweed and principle of Tajweed. Okay, our today inshallah we review about the last lesson and complete the meaning of Tajweed and our lesson today. Let's start inshallah. Tajweed rules course. The aim of this course is designed for learning how to pronounce the letters in the words correctly, such as when a consonant letter is silent or not. Okay. Tajweed is an Arabic word meaning correct pronunciation during recitation. In Arabic, Tajweed in Arabic word meaning correct pronunciation during recitation. It is a set of rules which state how the Quran should be read. It comes from the root word ja wa da. Tajweed means the root of this word is ja wa da. Jawada. Tajweed, the root of this word Tajweed is jawada. 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 Meaning to make well, make better or improve. Okay. Tartil. Tartil. Tartil, the word is used in Surah Muzammil. وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. In Surah Muzammil. وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا. Okay. And recite the Quran in slow, measured, rhythmic tune. Measured, rhythmic tune. The Arabic word translated as slow, measured, rhythmic is tartil. Tartil means measured, rhythmic. The tafsir of the above ayat, according to Ibn Kathir, is recite the Quran slowly, making the letters clear. For this is an assistance in understanding and pondering the meaning of the Quran. Okay. Next, why the need for Tajweed rules? Why the need for Tajweed rules? The most important part of Tajweed is learning about correct positions of the organs of speech and the manner of articulation. Again, why the need for Tajweed rules? The most important part of Tajweed is learning about correct position of the organs of speech and the manner of articulation. The Quran can lose its meaning if the letters aren't pronounced correctly. For example, heart, qalb. Qalb for qaf letter, qaf letter, okay? Qalb, meaning in English, heart. Okay. Kalb for kaf letter. Kalb for kaf letter, meaning in English, dog. Okay. Qaf, kaf. Do you know the difference between two letters, qaf and the kaf? Qaf and the kaf. Okay. If قاف changed by kaf in reciting the Quran, it's a sin. It's a sin or a big mistakes. Okay. For that, we study the tajweed. Okay. The first letters are similar in pronunciation, but if not pronounced correctly, will change the word meaning completely. Tajweed is not intended to be about just learning rules and committing them to memory. No. Tajweed is not intended to be about just learning rules and committing them to memory. No. But rather the correct application of those rules while reciting the Quran. The basic aim or the goal of studying Tajweed rules, not committing them to memory. No. But the aim goal or the basic goal is those reciting the Quran. A correct application of those rules while reciting the Quran. Okay. Last lesson we taken the lahn. Okay, we review again. Lahn divided to lahn jalay, clear mistake, or lahn khafi, hidden mistake or hidden error. Lahn jalay means that the error is clear and obvious like the sun. Lahn jalay is haram. Lahn jalay is haram. Why? Because it's the sin. And to do so internationally can belong into the act of a major sin. Major sin. So much that it can lead one to the brink of kufr. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. لحن خفي means hidden error or hidden mistake. For instance, this refers to errors which may occur in إخفاء, إقلاب, إدغام, okay, and so on. Reading the Quran whilst being guilty of لحن خفي is makruh, undesirable and not commendable. Okay, يبقى لحن جلي حرام، لحن جلي حرام، لحن خفي مكروه. Okay. The word لحن literally means incorrect pronunciation. Incorrect pronunciation. In the science of tajweed, لحن can be described as failing to adhere to the rule of tajweed whilst reciting the Quran. There are two types of لحن, لحن جلي and لحن خفي. Okay. Again, لحن, the word لحن literally means incorrect pronunciation. Incorrect pronunciation. In the sentence of tajweed, لحن can be described as failing to adhere to the rules of tajweed whilst reciting the Quran. There are two types of لحن, لحن جلي and لحن خفي. Okay. لحن الجلي wait. Okay. لحن جليد the reader changes the actual vowel حركات in reading such as okay فتحة or كسرة. Okay. Or falling changing by letter by other letter like the as the. Okay. And to recite, okay, for example, to recite alhamdu as alhamdu or alhamdu as alhamdu. Okay. يبقى لحن delay, it's sinful to commit such as an error. It's sinful to commit such as an error. For example, the reader changes the actual vowel حركات in reading such as reading فتحة as كسرة أو كسرة as ضمة or vice versa. Okay, the reader doesn't pronounce the letter from its proper مخارج such as reading the as ظا the as ظا. The reader doesn't give the mad its complete right. The reader doesn't give the mad its complete right. Doesn't stretch the word abbreviately. Example to recite Alhamdu as Alhamdu. Alhamdu as Alhamdu. To recite إياك إياك as إياك. Okay, in this word, the reader stretches the mad, stretches the sound of mad. Okay, but إياك has one vowel, not mad, has one vowel. To recite inna as inna. Okay, this word has two vowels, stretch sound and the sound continue, but in this word inna has haraka, not mad. This is لحن جلي, is clear to the reader. Okay, but لحن خفي, reading the Quran whilst being guilty of مخارج. It doesn't necessarily alter the meaning of the Quran. However, it does deprive the Holy Quran of its real elegance and beauty. Example of لحن خفي, to overlook the rules of the thick, full mouth, تفخيم letters, and the thin, empty mouth, ترقيق letters. Not adhere to the rules of إظهار, إدغام, and إخفاء in their respective places whilst reciting the Quran. Not to prolong a letter when a mad is present. These examples for cases of or examples of لحن خفي. Okay, our lesson today, articulation points of Quranic letters. مخارج, called by Arabic مخارج. The articulation points of Quranic letters called in Arabic مخارج. Okay, major articulation points of letters are 5 major. If scholars or scientifics divided the articulation points of letter to general 5 major articulation points of letters are 5. Within it 17 articulation points of letters. Okay, 5 major are the major or the basic. Okay, but divided within in 17 articulation points of letter. The first major, the first articulation points of letter are nasal cavity. Nasal cavity mean called in Arabic خيشوم. الخيشوم. Okay, الخيشوم, nasal cavity. Then الجوف. الجوف. الجوف in Arabic mean by English empty space in the throat and oral cavity. Okay, الجوف. Okay, you see the empty the area which colored by blue and green. The area which colored by blue color and green color, from this area to lips, all this area called jawf. All this area called jawf. The jawf empty space in the throat and oral cavity. Okay, khayshum, nasal cavity. This is a khayshum, nasal cavity. Then tongue. Tongue, the third articulation points of letters, teeth, okay, and lips, يبقى 5 major articulation points of letters we have are: first, nasal cavity, خيشوم, the throat, الحلق, الجوف, and the tongue, اللسان, last one, lips, الشفتان. The another picture, the definition of 5 major area: خيشوم, جوف, from that to lips. Okay, all this area are جوف. حلق, this is حلق, blue color, just blue color, this is a حلق. تمام، الحلق. And tongue, last, الشفتان, lips. الحلق, there is in the throat 3 articulation points for 6 letters. 3 في الحلق, there are in the throat 3 articulation points for 6 letters. These 3 areas are, يبقى الحلق divided to 3 parts. First part, أقصى الحلق, bottom of the throat, أقصى الحلق. Next, middle of the throat, وسط الحلق. Last, top of the throat, أدنى الحلق. Okay, bottom of the throat has 2 letters. They are hamza and ha. hamza and ha letter. Okay, أقصى الحلق, bottom of the throat, أقصى الحلق has 2 letters, hamza and ha. Okay, وسط الحلق, middle of the throat, has 2 letters, ha and ayn. Top of the throat, أدنى الحلق, has 2 letters, خا and غين. I explain this part inshallah in next lesson inshallah. Okay, third order of speech. Third, the upper palate. Okay, upper palate. Divide upper palate to soft palate. This area is a soft palate. This area is a soft palate. You can see it. Okay, all this area called hard palate, or all this area called hard palate. This area called soft palate, and this area called hard palate. Okay, this is a uvula. Then this part called incisive babla overlying incisive fossa. With this point is called incisive babla overlying incisive fossa, and this part called palatin ruga, palatin rugae. Okay, this upper palate. The tongue is divided into, it has 10 articulation points for 18 letters. These 10 articulation points are distributed over 4 areas of the tongue, which are أقصى اللسان, deepest part of the tongue. This area called أقصى اللسان, أقصى اللسان, deepest part of the tongue. Okay, this area, middle of the tongue, called by Arabic وسط اللسان, وسط اللسان. Okay, and this طرف اللسان, with this area طرف اللسان, tip of the tongue, tip of the tongue. Okay, which colored by blue color, the sides of the tongue or the edge of the tongue. يبقى two sides of the tongue or two edges of the tongue. Okay, يبقى these are the parts of tongue. أقصى اللسان, deepest part of the tongue, أقصى اللسان, and middle of the tongue, وسط اللسان, and طرف اللسان, tip of the tongue, the last sides of the tongue. Okay, then the teeth, you see the color in this teeth. Okay, attention to this color green, and on the teeth green. Okay, these two teeth in upper palate, the front incisors, يبقى this called front incisor. Then red color, okay, lateral incisors, called lateral incisor. Then blue, hard blue or heavy blue, canyons. Then first premolar, light blue. Okay, these teeth by yellow color. Okay, second premolar, called second premolar, and the last wisdom teeth. By Arabic, front incisors, called by Arabic ثنايا. Okay, ثنايا العليا. In upper, called الثنايا العليا. Lower, called الثنايا السفلى. Front incisors in the upper palate called الثنايا العليا, but lower called الثنايا السفلى. Okay, two teeth in upper, which called front incisors. Two teeth by green color in lower, which called front incisors. Okay, red color, lateral incisors, red color in upper, lateral incisors. Okay, called رباعيات, in upper and the lower, as the same, called الرباعيات. Okay, blue, heavy blue, called canyons by Arabic الأنياب, الأنياب, in upper and lower, Okay, first premolar, in the light blue color. Okay, by Arabic تسمى الضواحك, الضواحك. Okay. In yellow color, 3 in this side and 3 in other side. In upper 6 and the lower 6. Okay. Second premolar. Second premolar. By Arabic الطواحن. الطواحن. Okay. And the last wisdom teeth, called by Arabic النواجز. النواجز. Okay. Origins of speech. Why we study it? We study it because this an important elements in مخارج. Important elements in مخارج. When we study the مخارج, المخرج, okay, need two organs. Need two organs to read the letter. To read the letter. Okay? Or to speak the letter. Definition of sound. Definition of sound. Sound by Arabic الصوت هو تخلخل or اهتزاز طبقات الهواء تخلخلا تدركه الأذن البشرية. تخلخل or اهتزاز طبقات الهواء تخلخلا تدركه الأذن البشرية. Okay? By English, sound is a wave created by vibrating objects and propagated through a medium from one location to another. Okay? Again, sound in English, definition of sound in English is sound is a wave created by vibrating objects and propagated through a medium from one location to another. Okay? By Arabic, الصوت هو تخلخل واهتزاز طبقات الهواء تخلخلا تدركه الأذن البشرية. Okay? Next, الحرف. Next, الحرف or the letter. الحرف or the letter. In Arabic, الحرف هو صوت. الحرف هو صوت اعتمد على مخرج محقق أو مقدر. يبقى الحرف هو صوت اعتمد على مخرج محقق أو مقدر. By English, the letter is a sound that relies on a specific or approximate articulation point. The letter is a sound that relies on a specific or approximate articulation point. Okay? يبقى we study sound because we need the definition of sound and the definition of letter. Okay? يبقى the last lesson we mentioned that the letter is the smallest unit in the reading. يبقى the letter is the smallest unit in the reading the Holy Quran. Okay? Mentioned that the Holy Quran is a book, the book of a Holy Quran divided into chapters, and one chapter consists of surahs, some surahs, and surah consists of verses, and the verse consists of words, and the word consists of letters. So the letter is the smallest unit in the Holy Quran. So we study the tajweed rules of reciting the Quran to reach reading the Holy Quran in a correct way. Okay? So that we study the harf, the sound, the articulation points of تجويد rules. Again, الحرف by Arabic هو الصوت اعتمد على مخرج محقق أو مقدر. In English, the letter is a sound that relies on or depend on a specific or approximate articulation point. Okay? Articulation points are of two kinds. Two kinds. First, take the definition of مخرج. نعم.
I can't see the document. You know the document?
The document, I'll complete it and send in the group.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Well, not complete now. I'll complete it inshallah and send on the group.
Okay, no problem. جزاك الله خير.
وإياك. Okay, complete.
Assalamu alaikum, Ustad. Ustad, can you please repeat the...
Okay, again. I can't hear you.
The letter, the sound which depends on a specific or a...
Okay, I'll again. I'll read
yes,
again. Okay.
Yeah, جزاك.
وإياك. The sound is a wave created by vibrating objects and propagated through a medium from one location to another. Okay, but الحرف or the letter is a sound that relies on a specific or approximate articulation point. The letter is a sound that relies on or depend on a specific or approximate articulation point. That's the definition of a letter. Okay, now we take the definition of مخرج. The articulation point, it's the place of emitting the letter when pronouncing it that differentiates that specific letter from other letter. Okay, articulation point, again, it's the place of emitting the letter when pronouncing it that differentiates that specific letter from other letters. Okay, يبقى المخرج by Arabic هو محل خروج الحرف عند النطق به تميزه عن غيره من الحروف. يبقى هو حرف، يبقى the letter the articulation point is the place of emitting the letter. The place of emitting the letter هو محل خروج الحرف. Okay, when pronouncing it that differentiates that specific letter from other letter. يبقى every letter has a point of articulation. Every letter has a point of articulation different and another letter. Different and another letter. Okay? Okay. The makhraj is singular of articulation points in Arabic. Makhraj, the singular of articulation points in Arabic. Okay? Okay. The articulation points are two kinds. The articulation points are two kinds. First kind, specific articulation point. Specific articulation points, it's that which relies on a specific place of the areas of the throat, tongue, or the two lips. Specific articulation point, it's that which relies on a specific place of the areas of the throat, tongue, or the two lips. That named in Arabic مخرج محقق. مخرج محقق. هو الذي يعتمد على جزء معين من أجزاء الحلق أو اللسان أو الشفتين. Second type is مخرج مقدر approximate articulation point is that which doesn't rely on a specific place. Doesn't rely on a specific place from the areas of the throat or the tongue or the two lips. Okay? This approximate articulation point is applied to the lengthened letters that come from the empty space in the mouth and the throat. الجوف. يبقى المخرج المقدر or approximate articulation points. This is الجوف. Okay? Why? Because this approximate articulation points is applied to the jaw letters. The jaw letters that comes from the empty space in the mouth and throat. The last part in our lesson, there are several ways to pinpoint the articulation point of a letter. There are the several ways to pinpoint the articulation point of a letter. Number one, say the letter without any vowel sound. Say the letter without any vowel sound with a sukun. Or say the letter with shadda, which is a better way than just a sukun. The first sakin in shadda letter. The first letter is sakin and the second with the vowel that occurs with the shadda, the symbol of the shadda. Okay. Second, precede the non-voweled letter with a hamza with any vowel sound you choose on the hamza. Precede the non-voweled letter with a hamza with any vowel sound you choose on the hamza. Third, we then pronounce the letter and hear the sound. Pronounce the letter and hear the sound. When the sound is cut off, that is the articulation point. Again. How can we know the articulation point of the letter? How? We have three steps to know the articulation point of any letter in alphabetic letters. Okay, first, say the letter without any vowel sound. Okay, with sukun. First, like مثلا meme, the letter of meme. This letter, put a sukun about it. Harf sakin. Okay, or shadda, sukun or shadda. Okay, precede or put hamza before it. This hamza take any vowel. يعني that mean vowel مثلا a or u or e. Okay, يبقى first put the letter non-vowel in a sukun vowel, in a sukun case. Okay, then put a hamza before it. Put a hamza before it with any vowel. Fatha, kasra, dhamma, any vowel. Okay? Third, pronounce this letter. Am. When the sound is cut off, in that time, we know this is the articulation points of this letter. Okay? Am. Where the sound cut off? Where? Lips, throat, tongue. Where? The sound cut off in lips. Now we can note that the meme harf, meme or the letter of meme, the sound cut off in lips. Okay. Ab, letter of ba. Put this letter in a سكون case, وضع السكون. Put before it hamza and pronounce it ib. Okay, ib. First, put the letter in a سكون case. Second, put a hamza before it. Third, hamza with a vowel. Okay. Third, pronounce the letter ib. I pronounce the letter and hear the sound. Okay. When the sound cut off, we know in this time that the articulation point of this letter for ba, letter ab. Ib, ub. Ab, ib, ub. Okay. In this time, we know the ba letter pronounced from the lips. Okay. Like ha. For example, harf ha. What is school? Put a hamza before it. Okay. And vowel. Pronounce it. Okay. The sound pronounced from what? The sound out from what? Lips or throat or jawf or tongue? From what? You can exercise yourself, or you can examine yourself by this way and tell me the ha sound out from what? But the orange, what organ of speech which the sound has sound out from it? Who can tell me?
From the throat,
Would it be the middle of the throat?
Okay, who can tell me?
Throat.
Again?
Throat.
Throat. From the throat. حلق.
Yeah.
Has sound out from the throat. الحلق. Okay, thank you very much. جزاكم الله خيرا. This way, which we know by it, the articulation of point for every or for any letter. Okay. The scholars laid out 5 major areas that have within them the different articulation points, which are a total of 17. A total of 17. Okay, next class, inshallah, I explain it. Next class, I explain, start مخارج and explain everything about this subject. Inshallah, بأمر الله تعالى. Okay, now I end this explanation. If anyone can ask, if anyone need to ask any about anything, it's okay.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته أستاذة.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أستاذة, I just joined late. I didn't know about the class, that there was a class. I just want to know the tajweed rules. Are they going to be for Hafs and Asim or watch now?
Please, the sound is low. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I just wanted to know about the rules. Are you going to teach the rules tajweed Hafs and Asim Ruwaya or watch and Nafi?
No, حفص عاصم.
Oh, okay, inshallah.
إن شاء الله بأمر الله. وإياك يا رب العالمين. Now we will train about letter first lesson. Okay, in قاعدة نورانية. Wait. Excellent, ما شاء الله. ما شاء الله تبارك الله. Very good. But صاد ضاد. Okay. Vowels in this reading, the sound has two count. Okay, or two vowels. Okay. Da, ta, tha. Okay. This mention for that, not else.
Okay.
جزاكم الله خيرا.
صاد
صاد heavy letter. صاد.
صاد
Yeah.
صاد.
جزاك الله خيرا.
بارك الله فيك يا أستاذ.
وإياك يا رب العالمين. ممتازة. Who next?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Okay, I will try inshallah.
إن شاء الله.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الدرس أول حروف الهجاء مفردة.
Yeah.
ألف باء تاء ثاء جيم تاء جيم ها
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 ها not ها not ها ها
ها
okay.
خا دال ذال را زي سين
زي the name of letter but the sound is ذا
سين شين صاد ضاد طا ظا عين ظا ظا عين.
طا.
Say it again.
طا heavy letter. طا not تا.
Okay. طا.
Yeah.
ظا.
Yeah.
عين.
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 not عين. عين.
عين. غين. فا. قاف. كاف. لام. ميم. نون. واو. ha, hamza, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Not yeah.
yeah,
The sound not end by
yes.
ha sound.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Okay. Wow. Not wow. Wow is a light letter, not heavy letter.
Yes.
Good. Very good. جزاك الله خير.
Lips letter. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
جزاك الله خير.
جزاك يا
السلام
رب.
عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
سيستر أنا نفيد إن شاء الله.
تفضلي يا حبيبتي تفضلي.
بسم الله، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. حروف الدرس الأول، حروف الهجاء المفردة: ألف، باء، تاء، ثاء، جيم، حاء، خاء، دال، ذال، راء، زاء، سين، شين، صاد، ضاد، طاء، ظاء، عين، غين، فاء، قاف، كاف، لام، ميم، نون، واو، هاء، همزة، ياء، ياء.
Okay. Do you study نور البيان?
Well, sister.
Do you study نور البيان?
Yeah, شوية.
Yeah. In نور البيان, the sound, the pronounce of letters ب ت ث that in نور البيان. Okay. But in the قاعدة النورانية, not end the sound by hamza or ha sound. But alif, the sound continue to count, okay, or two vowels, okay. Ba, ta, tha, jim, ha, kha, dal, dal, okay, like that, okay. Not in Nur al-Bayan. It's another study. The letters, the pronounce of the letters in Nur al-Bayan, the sound is end by Hamza. But in Qaida Nuraniya, not end by Hamza or Ha sound. Okay?
Okay.
جزاكم الله خيرا.
وإياكم.
Who's read?
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله
وعليكم
وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Okay, I'd like to try also.
Okay, تفضلي.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الدرس الأول، حروف الهجاء المفردة: ألف، باء، تاء، ثاء، جيم،
جيم.
حاء، جيم،
Not شيم.
حاء،
Ja. Jim for jacket. Jim.
جيم.
No. Ja sound. Ja. Say ja.
جا،
Ja.
جا،
What's about strong? Ja.
جا.
No. Ja. Say it by strong
Ja.
way. أفضل.
Ja.
The best. Ja.
جا، جا،
Jim.
جيم،
Jim.
جيم.
Not shim. Shim, this is a cha sound, not child sound. Ja.
Okay. جيم.
Yeah, that's the best. This is the best. Okay.
شكرا. ح.
Yes.
خا. دال. ذال.
The
را. ذال.
nice.
را. زا.
The
سين.
the
ذا.
yes.
زا.
Yes.
سين. شين. صاد. ضاد. ضا. ضا. عين. غين.
غين.
غين. فا. قاف. كاف. لام. ميم. نون. واو. ها. همزة. يا.
Nice. Very good. Thank you very much. جزاكم الله خيرا. Who's next?
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الدرس الأول حروف هجاء مفردة. ألف باء تاء ثاء جيم ها خا.
Please again.
That
Please again. From
I'm
Alif.
sorry.
No.
Alif
Yeah.
Alif
Yeah.
باء تاء ثاء جيم ها خا دال ذال را زا سين شين صاد ضاد تا
طا.
تا
طا.
تا
Yes.
ذا عين غين فا قاف كاف لام ميم نون واو ها همزة يا.
Very good. Thank you very much.
جزاك الله.
Great. It's okay. جزاكم الله خيرا. Who next?
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Yeah.
الدرس الأول.
الدرس الأول.
الدرس الأول.
الراء heavy letter.
الدرس الأول.
الدرس الأول.
الدرس الأول.
Yeah.
حروف الهجاء المفردة. الهجاء المفردة.
Nice.
ألف باء تاء ثاء.
The sound not end by Hamza.
Okay. باء تاء ثاء جيم حاء خاء دال قاء.
Not kha. No. Not cut the sound by yourself. No. Leave the sound continue. Kha.
خاء.
Not kha. Kha.
خاء.
Nice.
دال ذال راء زاء سين شين صاد ضاد
Great.
طاء
طا.
طاء ظاء عين غين فاء قاف كاف لام ميم نون واو هاء همزة يا
Nice. Great. Thank you very much. ما شاء
جزاك
الله.
الله.
اللهم بارك. ما شاء الله. جزاكم الله خير. Who's next? Who can read?
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. Where are you? Where are you from?
I come up.
Where are you from, Ali?
Netherlands.
From what?
In Netherlands. From Netherlands. Holland.
Nice. Nice. Welcome. Okay. Here are.
Yeah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الدرس الأول حروف الهجائية المفردة.
حروف الهجاء المفردة.
حروف الهجاء المفردة.
Yeah.
ألف.
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 Yeah.
باء. تاء.
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 Not تاء. تاء.
تاء.
Yeah.
تاء. تاء.
Not Hamza. Not Hamza. Not end by Hamza. Not end by Hamza. The sound. Leave the sound is continue. Okay. Not cut it. تاء.
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 Okay. Complete.
Okay. تاء. It's very good.
Not good. يعني, the sound not end by Hamza, but you need to train about it. Okay, practice about it. تا.
تاء. جيم. حاء. خاء.
خا.
قاء.
خا.
قاء. دال. ذال. راء. زاء. سين. شين. صاد.
صاد.
صاد. ضاد. تاء.
طا.
طاء.
Yeah.
ضاء. عين. خين. ثاء. قاف.
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 Nice.
كاف. لام. ميم. نون.
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 Nice. Nice.
واو. هاء. همزة. ياء.
Nice. Very good. Do you study Nur al-Bayan?
No.
Yeah. The Nur al-Bayan, the sound end by Hamza, like you read. Okay. But in this way, or this study, we study قاعدة نورانية. In the قاعدة نورانية style, the sound of every letter not end by hamza or ha. Okay, in Nur al-Bayan, like that, ta, ta, end by hamza. On قاعدة نورانية, not this read. Okay, قاعدة نورانية, ta, the sound is continue, two vowel. Okay, but not end hamza or ha sound. Ta, wa. Okay, ha, not, but in Nur al-Bayan study, ha, ta, da. Okay, in our study قاعدة نورانية. In قاعدة نورانية the sound
is to this side. Okay.
Okay, okay. Without hamza or ha sound in the end. جزاكم الله خيرا. Your reading is a good read, but you read as Nur al-Bayan style. Okay. جزاكم الله خيرا. You will training about this lesson inshallah, and listening the video which I send it about on the group. You listen a lot, and inshallah your reading is grateful.
Thank you, Fiona.
Thank you very much. جزاكم الله خيرا.
وإياك إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله. Who's read? Who's read? نسرين, عندك سورة الفاتحة يا نسرين؟
السلام عليكم أستاذة.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الدرس الأول حروف الهجاء المفردة. ألف، باء، تاء، ثاء، جيم، ثاء، جيم، حاء، خاء، دال، ذال، را، زا، سين، شين، صاد، ضاد، طا، ذا، عين،
ظا, not the.
ظا، ظا، ظا،
yes.
عين، غين، فا، قاف، كاف، لام، ميم، نون، واو، ها، همزة، يا.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. جزاكم الله خيرا. Good reading.
جزاك الله خيرا. بارك الله فيك أستاذ.
وإياك يا رب العالمين. Okay, now we read the Fatiha إن شاء الله.
نعم.
Okay. Who can read?
Can I read أستاذة?
Yeah. Okay. تفضلي.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الاستعاذة.
الحمد لله رب العالمين.
We start with استعاذة. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين.
يوم الدين.
يوم الدين.
Yeah, that sound not that. يوم الدين.
يوم الدين.
Yeah.
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين
إيا إيا إياك نعبد
إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم
صراط
اهدنا الصراط المستقيم
نايس
صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
ولا الضالين
ولا الضالين
Okay, the med here, 6 counts.
ولا الضالين
Nice, nice, great. جزاكم الله خيرا.
جزاك الله خير.
Who next? Okay, read the Fatiha Surah. وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. تفضلي يا حبيبتي.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.